Hi there guys, it's Jordana again, and this is our third video in our women's health series, so thanks for tuning back in. Today what we're going to talk about is vaginal traumatic deliveries. So when we're looking at a traumatic delivery vaginally, we're looking at someone who would have had a tear down into their pelvic floor. So that could be from a couple stitches right up to a second, third, fourth degree tear, which can be quite complicated. So we're looking at that. We're looking at episiotomies, where you have to actually cut the pelvic floor. Forceps, vacuum are the other two that we really look at when it comes to a traumatic delivery. So what that means is that there's been more trauma to the pelvic floor than a non-complicated vaginal delivery, which means that the pelvic floor has now sustained an injury and has now been more stretched, ripped, or have had to have stitches. So with that, very similar to the non-traumatic vaginal deliveries, we tell you to come into physiotherapy straight away, once again, if you're able to. And the reason we like to get you in straight quite quickly, within a week or two, if you're able, is because we want to start, once again, realigning the pelvis and looking at your alignment in your body and getting that squared away again, just like we said in the last video. But again, more importantly, we want to make sure that we're able to start to engage and get some contraction back into that pelvic floor and getting your breath and diaphragm going and breathing properly once again. Research has demonstrated that if we start to just do very light contractions of our pelvic floor, can actually help with the healing of the pelvic floor and also re-engaging into those muscles that have been torn and encouraging a healthy scar. So a scar that obviously is anywhere in our body when we're torn, we want to be able to move that muscle within the planes of the movement that it's normally used to working in, because what that does is it actually encourages a healthy scar. So by engaging very lightly in the pelvic floor strengthening exercises, we are able to encourage a healthy scar along those lines. We also like to monitor our more traumatic vaginal delivery women at least once a week to see how they're healing and how things are going, how their pain is going, because they can also sustain quite a bit of pain, say in their pelvis, in their pubic symphysis, or even their tailbone if they've had more of a traumatic delivery. So very similar to the non-traumatic vaginal delivery, but still we like to see you straight away and get you onto the right track. Thanks again for tuning in.